Media Matters has designated Tucker Carlson as the misinformer of the year. I agree with that assessment, and they put together a video that was just incredible. We'll show it to you. What they do so well is show clip after clip after clip of Tucker Carlson saying things that are just completely either false or misrepresented. And then as he's saying them, sorry for our podcast listeners, I would encourage you to go over to the YouTube channel and find this clip at some point, because on screen, as he's saying stuff, they're throwing up headlines that are disproving what he's saying. It's such a great video and just shows you how dishonest Tucker Carlson is. Take a look at this. Great job, Media Matters.
The distinction between misinformation and lying is that misinformation can be true. Not a single person in the crowd on January 6th was found to be carrying a firearm. Not one. And the only insurrection.
So again, I say for our podcast listeners, definitely go check it out, video version, so you can see this. But no, obviously, I can't take too long if I pause it every single time he says something false, because it's all false statements. But incredible still.
History with no guns, an insurrection that wasn't armed, wasn't planned, and didn't actually insurrect anything. Why are they calling it insurrection? Is it possible that the vaccine actually can hurt you? People who take it are more likely to die of COVID. People who get the booster are more likely to get the latest variant. Inject your children with a drug with no actual benefits. The trans thing seems pretty new. Now, gender-affirming care is a euphemism for chemical castration, radical plastic surgery, and other treatments for gender dysphoria. At Boston Children's Hospital, they're cutting the breasts off of healthy children. So Boston Children's Hospital is now playing the victim here. Anyone who criticizes this is a threat and a danger. No one really believes in global warming. The IRS has its own army. Where are all these racial acts of terror committed by white supremacists? Joe Biden's latest idea is to pay black people to smoke more crack. Watergate, which no one can still explain even to this day. Got that, you degraded freaks?
So one of the things that's so difficult about covering these individuals is two things. Number one, they make so many false claims so quickly that just taking the time to explain why everything's wrong is sometimes difficult. But also, they make so many statements that are contextualized by information that I have no clue where it came from, because it's just so conspiratorial. And so they'll say, well, did you hear that blah, blah, blah is happening? And I'm like, well, no. Okay, well, that's why you don't believe this, and that's why you don't believe this, and this, and it all interconnects. And when I go down those rabbit holes, I can slowly find where these different claims are coming from and explain to people why they're false. But it takes time and it takes effort, and so it can be difficult, and it's definitely time consuming. We try to do it on this show as much as possible, specifically with Tucker Carlson for sure. But I love what they did there. I have another video for you that is showing even more of his wild claims. This one, when it was posted on Twitter, is captioned, "It can be hard to wrap your head around how deranged Tucker Carlson can be, but I gave it my best shot. Here's a taste of the alternate reality Tucker Carlson created for his viewers in 2022 in less than 60 seconds. So we'll watch that. It's so good as well. But to wrap up this last one, I think it's important that not only do we point out the claims and point out how absurd they are, but recognize how dangerous and how this matters, because Tucker Carlson's the most watched cable news host. He is the most watched cable news host. He has millions of people tuning in every single night. And if they could only in real time be having those headlines pop up next to his face and fact checking him, because it's almost shocking and impressive to me how confidently he can look in the camera and say things that are so easy to disprove oftentimes. And it scares me that so many people live in that world where they believe he's being honest. So I love, again, how this is being framed. This next video I'm going to show you. This is the alternate reality that you would get if you tune into Tucker Carlson. Take a look.
All these nations preparing for World War Trans, they would like to see World War Trans. Men will not be able to have children in, say, another 50 years. If it steals your sex drive, maybe it's stealing your soul. No one really believes in global warming. Misinformation can be true. Any American who disapproves of Joe Biden's performance is a terrorist. You're a terrorist. You're a stochastic terrorist. You are guilty of stochastic terrorism. What a terrorist. You're a dangerous...
Stochastic. That's awesome.
You're a racist. You're a racist. You're a racist. You're a racist if you notice, because you're a racist. This is a jihad, and they're coming for you. There is a strong political component to the Democratic Party's immigration policy. We're not guessing this. It's their electoral strategy. These are not the people you would import if you cared about your country. Graffiti artists, armed robbers, and subway rapists. They will change the electorate. Race war. That's what the collapse of civilization looks like. Oh, you're trafficking in misinformation. You're a conspiracy nut. You're a racist. Yeah, okay. Got that, you degraded freaks? All these nations.
This is some similar crossover clips there, but it's funny because I cover a lot of those clips, so then seeing them back to back is like, what? I can't even process that that's going on. And it very much is. So there it is, Tucker Carlson, indeed, as Media Matters says, is the misinformer of the year. And it is sometimes just silly almost to watch until you realize how dangerous it is. And that very much scares me. I'm on Twitter, Luke P. Beasley. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get a full extra show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there's a link in the description.